You know what to say. They know how to write it. Hire website.
All right, we should be good to go. Good morning, good morning. Happy NFP. So I was away for 2 days, guys. February 1st was my birthday, and then February 2nd, I took the day off again just to recover. But it is NFP Friday. I said I would stream this morning, so here I am. Everything will be recorded, and we're going to try to find some setups pre-NFP. On news, as you guys can see, like I mentioned, Thursday it picked up on GBP pairs at 7 a.m. And then we had news on Euro at 8:15 another day. And I will go ahead and recap some of the setups that I saw. And then, of course, Friday being the first Friday of the month, we have NFP at 8:30 on USD pairs. We have average hourly earnings and the non-farm employment change and unemployment rate, which makes up NFP Friday. And then we have news at 10 a.m. But what I'll do, I'll send out analysis at 8:30 because I do have class at 9. So I do have to get ready for that. But as you guys can see, if we look at gold, if we extend this range, that move that we wanted to happen or that we anticipated finally happened. So you guys took that buy stop out of this range, then you would have caught this nice move up into the surface of range 2. So price was consolidating. It had a nice dip down back to this demand. In our first range, came back into our box, and then it had this nice impulsive trigger, taking out these highs, grabbing all this liquidity. You guys see that? So if you caught that move, right, if you anticipated a buy and you had a set buy stop order, then this would have been around 140 pips, which is well over a 1-to-1 if you had your stop loss placed in the right coordinates. And then gold did its thing. It was kind of consolidating for some time, and then it came back down. And now we're trying to see what's going to do for this morning, as it is going to run into NFP. Okay, so that is gold, which is a USD pair. Euro USD is still looking a bit choppy. If we go on the daily time frame, you guys can clearly see that it is in a choppy bullish trend because we have all these wicks spiking out. Scaling on the 4 hour, it's not perfect as well. We have all this consolidation right here. It looks pretty choppy, but we'll see what we can find as we approach that hour. Even scaling on the 2 hour, you can't really find structure on this pair. It's not the best. You know, if you wanted to place a zone that you wanted price to anticipate off of, you know, using the concept of supply and demand, then you would look for the reset trigger, which is around this area. And this is probably the best zone I could probably mark for a retracement. Scaling on the 1 hour still looks choppy to me. Price tries to find some structure right here. Even on the 30-minute, it doesn't look the best right now. You know, we have this gap right here that it respects, and then it starts to consolidate near that zone that I just marked up, and now it's pushing up. So if anything, we want to look for a retracement from that nearest resistance. Let's see. So ideally, you know, on the 15-minute, we have some structure right here because price does have a breakout, and it has another retracement, which does define some structure. So ideally, you know, you could wait for price to hit this surface level to look for a sell. But in my opinion, Euro USD does not look the best right now. Yeah. Even if you were to place a fib right here, like this isn't even the best looking bearish trend. You know, push it down, and it has some structure. It has this nice fake out. And then it has another wick pushing up. And then it finally has a bearish push. Just barely touches that zone. And then it has another retracement. And then look at how it pushes down. Like this right here is sloppy to me. All this stuff right here, that's not structure. If you want a clean push, then it would look something like this right here, where you can define those lows and define those highs. But we're going to see what happens this morning, especially at 8:30. I'm going to explain a concept that I use on NFP that I've been using. If you guys want to check it out, I already have a playlist up that I've been using on every Friday of every month. But we're going to try to use it live before we have that 8:30 push. All right, so G looks 10 times better. We have some structure, guys. Price is pushing off that nice demand zone on the 4 hour time frame. So if anything, we're looking for retracements to have that nice bearish continuation or that bullish push. So that's GU. In a second, we're going to check news as well, see if we have any announcements on FX Street. We might check CNBC this morning as well, see if there's anything that's going to be going on this morning as well in correlation to NFP. And then we should be good. Of course, if you guys want me to analyze any pair, just let me know. You can send your TradingView link. If you have your confirmations up already, we can both analyze them. Otherwise, just call it a pair, and I will be more than glad to analyze it. Main focus this morning will probably be GU, EU, and gold. I'll be more than glad to analyze any other pair that you guys trade on NFP, especially on USD pairs. So we have a choppy range on Euro CAD. I want you guys to notice how I just marked that up. So literally the same concept can be used on any other pair you guys trade. Simply waiting for that break of structure, that BOS, either from the downside or the upside, right? So waiting for price to have a break right here or right here. You can literally use this concept on any pair and it works. You just have to play the patient game. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. And what I'm going to do this weekend, I'm going to go back from every live that we went live on Monday, Tuesday, and I will clip up all the highlights for this weekend. Pretty sure we are 100%. We took a trade on gold Monday, and then we took 2 on Tuesday, which is awesome. That's already 100 pips this week, which I know is more than enough for people that scalp. I hope you guys are having a good week. It's been a good week for me. And again, if you guys have any pairs you want me to analyze for NFP, let me know. Because I will be ending this at around 8 o'clock and I won't be live for the push. But I'll be in Discord. So let me explain this concept one more time. For those of you that still don't get this, in terms of boxing and price, if it's in a range or a choppy range like this, you clearly see price going to resistance, support. Even if it has some sort of consolidation in and out of this box, price is still gathered in this range. So, when it comes to the concept of ranges, the average retail trader is buying off of these highs, right? And these lows. So the average trader knows that we have some resistance and it makes another touch right here, then people in the market, if it's institutional or beginners, it doesn't matter. It's common knowledge to sell at support, to sell at resistance and buy at support. So a lot of people in the market are hopping in right here, right? A lot of people are hopping in right here. A lot of people are hopping in right here as well. And what that does is it generates liquidity above that zone, an area of value. So you guys have to remember, when we're trading, as retail traders, we're trading against something else. Whenever we get stopped in the market, it doesn't just magically vanish. Someone's taking that order, right? So understanding this concept of liquidity, when we have built up liquidity from a range, from our entry to our stop loss, if we lose that trade, people are taking our money, right? So when we have built up liquidity, let's say there's a lot of points right here, a lot of people are selling. Well, this area from our entry to our stop loss has some sort of value that eventually is going to be taken out by someone else. So when we have that break of structure, that push is grabbing all that liquidity, which is why it's called a liquidity grab, liquidity pool. There's many names for it, but just understand that when we have that push, it's taking out those orders, okay? So that's why this method is so powerful, because when you're waiting for a break of structure, you can place buy stops from the upside, or let's say you're waiting for a breakout from the downside, you can place sell stops. And this is the same concept we use on gold and the same concept we used on Tuesday, guys. So right here, we use the same concept right here. I still have it marked up. Look, so on Euro GBP, price was ranging for some time in that overall range and won. and then we had a buy stop, and we simply waited for price to have that break of structure. And look at how we had zero drawdown. So 9 times out of 10, when you use this concept, you're going to be in zero drawdown because that push is so impulsive, right? Because it's taking out those orders at a high frequency. So use this method to your advantage, guys, on any pair, especially on gold. So we're going to come back and analyze this from scratch. I'm going to delete everything that I have marked up for the week so that any of this stuff that I'm talking about is not confusing for the average trader. But if you guys have any questions, let me know on anything I just covered. Hope you guys are having a good morning. Hope you guys are having a good week. Shout out to everyone that's in this live. Again, everything is recorded, so if you're dipping in and dipping out, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to post clips this weekend, especially from Monday and Tuesday. I'm usually not live Friday as well. I'm just making up from Wednesday and Thursday. Also, another thing, when it comes to market structure, if you guys can't see clean structure from a pair, like don't try to force your analysis on a pair that looks confusing. Like right now I'm on Euro AUD. And I can't find structure, I'm not going to sit here and try to, find my zones and try to find my areas of support resistance. Like if something looks confusing, just go to the next pair. You don't have to try to force your analysis, because if you do that, you're going to try to force entries. And when you force entries, you're going to lose in the market. So all this stuff looks confusing to me. I'm not going to lie to you guys. So I'm just going to skip it. There are so many opportunities in this market. It's like, if something doesn't make sense, just move on to the next one. I don't understand why people force entries. So we have about 10 more minutes, and we're going to go ahead and delete everything that we had marked up on gold and reanalyze everything that I had marked up previously. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I know sometimes I speak pretty fast, so if anything sounds confusing, just let me know, and I'll be more than glad to talk about it again. But everything is being recorded. And again, if you guys are new to NFP is basically the first Friday of every month. High news impact on USD pairs, especially on gold. If you guys want to see what those moves look like in live time, I have a playlist on YouTube called NFP Friday or Live Trades. You guys can check that out. Because the move is going to happen at 8:30. I'm not going to be live because I have to get ready for class. But I will send out analysis in Discord. So here we go. 7:15. Okay, so 8:30 right here. The average hourly earnings. If you guys want to read up on that, simply click that folder. Why traders care? It's a leading indicator of consumer inflation. When businesses pay more for labor, the higher costs are usually passed on to the consumer. Non-farm employment change, aka NFP. Job creation is an important leading indicator of consumer spending, which accounts for a majority of overall economic activity. And then we have employment rate. Although it's generally viewed as a lagging indicator, the number of unemployed people is an important signal of overall economic health because consumer spending is highly correlated with labor market conditions. Unemployment is also a major consideration for those steering the country's monetary policy. Hi, I'm new here. What happens? Do we trade live? What's up, man? Yeah, so usually, if I find these setups, then I analyze everything live. main purpose of these lives is for education, of course, but you guys are more than welcome to hop into these trades with me. If you're not in a Discord, go ahead and join that, because when I'm not live, I'll be sending out analysis in the correlated pairs, because I have servers in the Discord for the certain pairs that we trade. So like Euro, AUD, Australian dollar, NZD. What else? I can check right now. Hold on. The pound, gold, and then we have people in the Discord that trade NOS and US 30. So in indices, we have people that specialize in that, but I primarily just focus on gold. So like Monday and Tuesday, if you can see on the screen, I have it captured on OBS. Those trades were taken live. So gold we took live on Monday. It was a buy stop, and I'll clip that up sometime this weekend. And then on Tuesday we had a buy stop on Euro USD. So everything you see on the dashboard on the screen was taken live. Everything else is from Discord. So far live we are 3-0, which is 100%, which is awesome. We had a buy stop on Monday, and then we also had a buy stop right here on Tuesday. Took 2 trades. I was not live Wednesday because it was my birthday, and then Thursday I took the day off. I was tempted to go live, but I talked to my friend. He was like, "Man, you shouldn't be working on your birthday." So here I am making up for Wednesday and Thursday. I'm glad to be here. I've lost a lot. Maybe this be my breakthrough platform. I hope it is, man. I really hope it is. And I'm glad you found me. If you're new, what I'm going to be doing all year is workshops as well. So sometime throughout the week, every last 30 minutes of my lives, we're going to cover some basic knowledge, so it's refreshing to the average trader. So like market structure, the Candlestick Bible, talking about patterns, how to identify confirmations, how to use confluences, and then advance all the way up to smart money concepts. So like supply and demand, liquidity. And we're also going to talk about economic data, so inflation, interest rates, so you guys can have a fundamental analysis and perspective of the markets that you can combine with your technical analysis. And of course, I'll show you guys all my concepts that I use, all my secrets, all that stuff, just so you guys have a free resource. Because I know a lot of people, especially in Q1, are trying to get into trading. So like January, February, March, April, that being Q1, a lot of people are trying to hop in the markets from this recession that we're having. So my whole objective is to help you guys get into the practice of trading without having to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars for information for free. Thank you. OB hit in, I don't know what that says. Order block hit in what? XRP, USD market analysis. You talking about XRP? Ripple? That's crypto, right? I'm not sure how to answer your question, if that is a question, but if you want me to analyze a pair, try to send your trading view link so that I can pop it up on the screen. If you have everything marked up, otherwise I can analyze it for you. So we have 5 minutes. I'm going to delete everything that we have here on gold and restart this whole analysis. What time frame do we use? So I specialize on the higher time frames, so like 2 hour, 4 hour daily. I know a lot of scalpers use the 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute, which I stay away from because I'm more about finding those bigger moves, bigger pips. Go big or go home, So 20 to 60 or on gold, 100 to 200. So 20, 15 pips, 10 pips, that's cool if you have a bigger account size, you want to scalp. But usually for those that are starting, they want to try to find the biggest moves with the least drawdown and least risk. So I mainly go for the higher time frames, or I analyze most pairs on higher time frames when I'm doing top-down analysis. So usually I'll start in the daily time frame to find that overall perspective. For example, on Euro USD, notice how I'm on the daily time frame. If I was using top-down analysis, I would say that Euro USD is in a bullish trend, right? We have some structure. It's looking pretty choppy, but you can clearly see that price is moving up. Then I'd scale in on the 4 hour, find some structure. So we have this nice zone, this micro zone of we can call demand. And then we scale in on the 2 hour. That's usually where I would find an entry off of that daily perspective. So we know that's in a bullish trend. I'm looking for buys. So I'm looking for my zones, and I'm trying to find the best possible entry for zero drawdown so that we have zero risk. So 2 hour, 4 hour daily, and then sometimes when I'm scaling in, if I'm trying to find more confirmations, I go down to my 1 hour, and then I go to my 30 minute. But I don't look at the 15 minute or the 5 minute or the 1 minute unless I'm trying to scalp. Like if it's a quick move, that's when I would use those lower time frames. But if I want to try to find a nice entry for a session, so New York session, London session, Asian session, or Sydney, then I would trade on those given time frames, if that makes sense. All right, so we have about 3 more minutes. If you guys have any questions, please feel more than free to ask. Any question is a great question, and I will answer them. We have about 1 more minute. All right, let's get it. So let's go ahead and delete everything that we had marked up on gold and reanalyze everything. All right. So gold is ranging right now, or it's around 1912, which is perfectly fine. But I want you guys to notice something. So we go on the daily time frame. Notice how gold is not in its overall bullish trend anymore. From this bearish candle, it kind of broke all that previous structure, and I'll talk more about that in a second. But gold is pushing down, right? Go on the 4-hour, we can clearly see there isn't a set zone that it's reacting off of. It's kind of just floating to the downside. Let's go on the 2-hour. Again, the question you have to ask yourself is, can you find structure? I could mark this up right here, as price did dip down below and find some sort of structure, forming this gap to push off of. But there isn't a set zone that gold is retracing to. You know, we could extend this zone out like this and call this a order block, because we do have confirmation that it did touch this LPI before pushing up, which simply stands for lowest point of interest. And then we could say that gold is finding some structure right here at that surface level off of that HPI, but it's not safe to assume that this is the zone or this is the area that gold is going to respect this morning, especially from NFP. So we need more data to support our technical analysis, right? So what we're going to do in a second is check FX Street, and then I'm going to use a website that I want you guys to also use when it comes to gold. I've been using this every single NFP, and it's been helping me. So when we get to that part, I want you guys to pay close attention when it comes to your fundamental analysis. But for right now, using a technical perspective, all we have is a zone, right? And gold is finding some structure, but it's not safe to say off of that one technical confluence. So before I move on, I just want to make sure that makes sense to everyone that's here. If it doesn't, just let me know, because I know I move fast. But this is what we would consider a zone. You can call it an order block. You can just call it your demand, 2-hour demand zone. I'll type it out as well, so you guys can just see that. If this doesn't make sense, just let me know. And then I'll also write this out as well, because I know a lot of people are confused when I say like LPI and HPI. It's simply just those levels, those micro levels within those zones. So like LPI being that support, the lowest point of interest, and then HPI being that resistance. Guys, what do you think about gold? What's up, Nutty? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, guys, please feel free to analyze gold with me. You know, I have a certain bias in the market, but doesn't mean that I'm always correct. So if you guys have any analysis on gold that you want to share, please feel free to send your trading view link and I can analyze it. Lowest point. Because at the end of the day, I'm still a student as well. I don't consider myself a professional or anything. So if you guys have a bias for this morning on gold, please feel free to share. That's a great question. What do you guys think about gold this morning? I can't spell. Let's just make this smaller. Lowest point, so LPI, lowest point of interest, and then we have HPI. HPI, highest point of interest. So as you guys can see, gold right now is kind of pushing off of the HPI. And a lot of people might ask, okay, if it's pushing off the HPI, why aren't you entering the market? Because ideally, when it comes to like your zone. So in this scenario, since this is our demand, you want to try to enter in on that LPI so that you have zero risk, right? Because if I did enter in right here, my stop loss would be in that zone, which has some sort of risk in case price decides to have a breakout in that zone. Because if it does break that HPI level, then 9 times out of 10, I'm going to get stopped. But if we enter in at that LPI, that lowest point, notice how my stop loss is outside of that zone, which guarantees some sort of a safety net, because if it does respect the zone, it might have a wick, but I'm still going to be in the trade. And then, of course, if it breaks out and it has a retracement off of that zone, then we know that this is going to have a bearish continuation, or it's going to find new structure to the downside. So this is why I tried to avoid entering on the HPI. If you guys want to hop in for some trades at that HPI, you can. But my whole thing is zero risk, zero drawdown. So I'm trying to find the best possible entry. A lot of people get FOMO because, let's say the move happens. Let's say this starts to buy up and we miss that entry. A lot of people get FOMO because they think they're going to, miss out on something. But this happens all the time, guys, I promise. Monday and Tuesday is a great example. You'll see the same setup happen over and over again. It's better to miss a setup than lose one. I'm just a starter of about 3 months. I may not contribute much these beginning days. Hey man, that's perfectly fine. The fact that you're starting this year is amazing. 3 months in is awesome. What I would do right now, I would start in demo for at least 4 months, track your progress, have a trading journal as well, review your trades, and if you have a good winning percentage, then I would say start a live account, especially in quarter 2, because that's when the markets start to slow down. So 3 months in is perfectly fine. What if you take it at the 50% and put the still below? That's a good question. So 50% level is also fine as well. So let's say this right here being that 50% level, your stop loss is still below that zone. So any type of entry where your stop loss can be below that zone is perfect. But of course, when you have your entry at that HPI, you have to widen your stop loss. So the wider the stop loss, the more risk, because you're going to be in drawdown, right? The whole point of catching that entry at the LPI is to have zero drawdown. So that was a great question. So 50% or LPI. Like, notice how my entry is at that 50% level right now. So same thing, but I wouldn't want to have it at the HPI because look at how my stop loss gets into that zone. And usually my stop loss isn't any more than like 60 pips. So the fact that it's 80 pips is pretty crazy to me, especially on gold. That's just me personally. NFP expectations for UJ. So I don't trade UJ, but we can analyze that for NFP since it is a USD pair in a second. But again, if you guys are just hopping in, I'm just going to let you guys know right now, I'm not going to be live at 8:30 because I have class, but I am going to record everything and send updates in the Discord. So I'm going to be ending the live at 8 o'clock, but I will be sending analysis at 8:30. Just letting you guys know now. Because there's some things I want to cover and show you guys in case you want to use my strategy that I've been using for every Friday on NFP. All right, so let's go ahead and check USD JPY. All right, so we're gonna do top-down analysis starting the daily time frame. Let's see what we see. All right, so it does look like it is pushing down. We can clearly see that's formed some previous structure indicating a bearish trend, right? We have some lows, we have some lower highs. So from the daily time frame, we have a bias that we have a bearish trend, or there's a bearish push in the market. The most previous candle is also pushing down as well, so that gives us some insight. We can see it much more clear on the 4-hour time frame. Price is pushing down, meaning we're in a bearish trend. 2-hour time frame, This is where we can try to find some structure in case we're at a reversal point in the market. If I go ahead and scale in, the market is forming some sort of gap. We could extend this zone out and say that price is reacting off of this demand zone. We have some confirmations right here. Wicks pushing off of that HPI right here and right here. So this is a valid zone of entry. In terms of NFP, we're gonna have to see what happens because we still have like 2 hours. So if anything, if we have high news, one or two things are gonna happen, right? There's gonna be a strong push to the upside, or there's gonna be a strong push to the downside, taking out all those orders. 1 hour, you can see it much more clearly as well. Notice how I have this more visualized because you guys can see these candles spread out. So yeah, one or two things are going to happen. Just like for any other pair, you know, when it comes to high probability, you guys want to find the most probable setup. But NFP, I'm going to tell you guys this now. It's pretty unpredictable unless you're using another system, which I'm going to share with you guys in a second. What do you mean when we say HBI? HBI. Are you talking about HPI? I think you meant to say HPI. So I'm definitely going to have a video up this weekend then, because I think a lot of people are still confused about that. I need to start either clipping that up on Instagram so you guys can have a clear definition of when I say HPI and LPI. But let me explain it again. I'm going to explain it one more time. And then after that, I'm just going to put it up on YouTube this weekend so you guys are not confused. HPI and LPI. HPI means highest point of interest, okay? It's the highest point of interest in a given zone. LPI, lowest point of interest, it's the lowest point of interest in a given zone. So in this example, right, we have this nice demand zone, okay? We just identified a area that price or investors are more than likely going to look at in the market to buy off of. Demand, okay? This is UJ. Now, when it comes to HPI, the highest point in this zone, the surface level is right here. This is HPI, highest point of interest. The lowest point is this right here, being that concrete surface level, is the lowest point of that zone. So when I say price is wicking off of that HPI, I'm simply saying that price is wicking off of that surface level. It's bouncing off of that. You could say support resistance within those zones, but that's going to confuse you as well. So HPI just simply means the surface of that zone. LPI is the bottom. You can clearly see that price is wicking off of that HPI, the highest point of that zone. Does that make sense? And the reason why this is important, because when it comes to entries, you want to try to catch entries at that LPI, because price is going to have more room for a retracement. Because yes, you could catch a move right here, right? Or if price is still fluctuating and it dips down to that 50% or LPI, that's more opportunity. So you want to wait for price to get near that LPI, because you're going to also have zero drawdown. It's zero risk, which I explained on Euro USD. So NFP especially, you want to be careful about entering on that HPI level, because since it's so impulsive, you would get stomped out like this, like super fast before it has a retracement. So you want to be careful, guys. And again, if you're new to my channel, I have a whole playlist of trading NFP live with some students. So if you guys want to check that out and see what I'm talking about, how fast price moves, definitely check that out later today or this weekend. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to trade this live for YouTube. Like I can't put that up on the playlist from this morning, because I'm not going to be live at 8:30. I got class. So I'll send out analysis. But in the future, if you guys have any questions about how NFP works, I have a playlist up. so you guys can see how it moves. In case you're cautious, in case you're not trading, you guys want to see how impulsive price can be on NFP, definitely check that playlist out. Do you have to wait for confirmation for entry, or how do you know where exactly to enter the HPI or LPI? Okay, so for the LPI, we'll start with that. Since the market is forming a gap, let's just delete this. Let's just delete all this right here. Common knowledge, when market is forming a gap at a given area where there's a low, like for example, this being that low for some time, if price makes its way back to that low level, then we know that price is more than likely going to respect that gap and push up. So LPI being that lowest point, I would buy off of that level. That would be my confirmation. This previous candlestick helps me confirm that this is a market gap in the first place before entering on the LPI. And then of course I have my zone right here. I had this marked up simply from doing top-down analysis. So notice how price is fluctuating right now. But if we look at previous price, we have a nice area that price pushed off of, right? 1 hour time frame, you can see it much more clearly. And we simply extended this line out. And then the HPI, let's say if you want to enter in on the HPI, this candlestick right here could be a confirmation that, hey, since it wicked off of that surface level and it came back, it's safe to say that we can enter in because this wick is confirming this zone. So those would be my confirmations. I'm looking at other indicators of price action, market gaps, if it's still in a trend, if it's in a range, if there's a candlestick, if there's a pin bar wicking off of a zone, you can use those in correlation of your entries. All right, we're gonna give it like 12 more minutes, and I want to talk about a website that I want to show you guys that no one uses. No one uses this website. I have talked about it sometimes, but to this day, I don't see a lot of traders using this website in the way that I use it in correlation of my technical analysis. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and check FX Treat in a second, and we'll simply check our other news sites in case we have any information on NFP. But if you guys have any questions, please let me know. If I'm talking too fast, let me know as well. If anything is confusing, if you guys have any questions about any of the concepts I go over, please let me know as well, since I understand there are people that have less experience on this live, which is perfectly fine as well. But did that answer your question? Untold stories about HPI, LPI? If it didn't, let me know. Okay, cool. All right, so we have an announcement on gold. Gold price is recovering ground toward the 1920 level as bulls jump back into the bid after seeing highs of 1960. The U.S. dollar has paused its recovery mode amid a cautious risk tone and sluggish treasury yields as NFP awaited. All right, so gold price is recovering ground toward the 1920 level. Let's just double check real quick. Okay. As bulls jump back into the bid after seeing a sharp pullback from 10-month highs. So as you guys can see, gold is doing just that. It is trying to have a recovering phase from this bearish push that we experienced yesterday. Just like I talked about from answering that question when it comes to the concept of HPI and LPI, gold is most definitely reacting off the HPI. But you guys want to be careful, especially on NFP, because I am on the 1 hour time frame. So let's say if you did hop in this move, that's perfectly fine. You know, you could be in profit right now, which is great and everything, but you're still at risk, especially at 8:30, because who's not to say all that is just going to completely melt through the roof. So that's why I usually enter in the LPI, because if I know this zone is invalid, then that move is going to tell me the zone is invalid. But if I have my trade set like this, you know, when it comes to NFP, sometimes you could experience a spike. It could just take out these orders before pushing up. So you just want to be careful. And again, guys, all this stuff that I'm talking about is just my opinion. Some could say that, you know, hopping in that surface level is actually more beneficial. If you guys want to, you know, hop in and take advantage of that HPI entry, go for it. Me personally, I like to play the waiting game. I try to find the best possible entries so that I have zero risk. So if you're aggressive, most people will actually catch that, you know. But me personally, I'm just gonna wait. There's no reason to rush it, especially if I'm already 100% this week on gold and euro. So that's just my opinion. But we have about 8 more minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and talk about the website. But shout out to everyone that's on this live. I think this is the most we've had in a minute. That's awesome. Hope you guys are having a great week. Good morning. Good morning. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. But I hope you guys are having a great day, for real. So we're gonna wait 7 minutes. If you guys have any questions, any pairs you want me to analyze? I know someone asked me to analyze USD JPY. Hope it was helpful. If you guys have any pairs, please feel free to send me your analysis or just give me the call out and I will go ahead and analyze them. But it's been a great week. Probably the best week I've had in January/February so far, to be honest. And again, I'm going to clip up everything, all the highlights from this week on Instagram and YouTube this weekend. I've just been really busy, guys, so please be patient with me. But if you're dipping in and dipping out, that's perfectly fine. Everything is being recorded. My network blacked off. Is gold signal good for a buy now? Like I just explained, if you're an aggressive trader, that is a good entry because it is reacting off of the HPI level. But I'm going to be patient and wait until it dips lower. So if you're aggressive, you're scalping 10, 20 pips, 30 pips, I'd say go for it, honestly. We had confirmation on news as well. Gold price is recovering. You know, what do you think about when you hear recovering? Gold price is recovering. You know, I talk about this all the time. News, when it comes to these sites, it's not just going to tell you if a pair is going to sell or buy. If it was that easy, everyone would be millionaires by now, you know? But they give you slight hints of what these millionaires, these investors are looking at in the market. It's like kind of like these small hints for your perspective of what price is going to do. But they're not going to say like gold is going to buy, gold is going to sell, because if it was like that, it'd be way too easy. These sites probably wouldn't be as public, you know? So they give you small hints and kind of like a recap, like a foreshadowing of what price is going to do in the future. So when you hear like gold price is recovering, what do you think about? Do you think about, you know, sells or buys? Gold price is recovering. So gold price is recovering ground towards the 1920 level. So towards the 1920 level, is gold below 1920 or is it above 1920? Let's look. Gold is currently below 1920. So what does that mean? It's very, very simple. I don't want you guys to overcomplicate news. A lot of people overcomplicate it. When it comes to fundamental analysis, how do you understand news? How do you read news? You just take those small hints and then you correlate them to your technical bias in the market. It's very simple. But I'm going to show you guys a cheat code in a second. I want you guys to remember this, okay? Remember this part in the live. I'm probably not going to clip this up on YouTube and Instagram because it's so valuable that I'm not going to give it out for free. So make sure you guys clip up this part at 7 o'clock. But everything that I just talked about, I hope that made sense. So like when it comes to news, simply just read these small hints in the market, go back in your chart, see if it makes sense. If it makes sense, combine it with your technical analysis. Because when you combine your technical and fundamental analysis, not only one, does it give you more confidence to enter in the market, but two, it gives you a stronger bias. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send this. I'm gonna send this in the Discord as well, so you guys have it. Oh, let me actually update. I gotta update Telegram as well. Let me paste this. If you just joined, I am making everyone a member right now, so give me 1 second, guys, as I do that. Okay, we have about 2 more minutes. Give me 1 second, guys. What was I about to do? Let me send these analysis out in Discord as well. See, look, gold is pushing up right now, but I'm going to be patient, guys. Do not get FOMO, okay? If you're aggressive, that's great. You can scalp. For those of you who are playing the patient game, that's awesome. A lot of people, they get FOMO when the move is already happening and then you're falling price. You're falling price, you're hopping in late, and then boom, it starts to retrace, it starts to reverse, and then you start freaking out. Do not get FOMO, okay? If anything, you want to lead price to a given area and then execute. So we're leading price to this LPI. If you want to play aggressive, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Fuck, what was I about to do? Oh, I gotta send this in the Discord. Yeah, okay. My mind is all over the place. Oh my gosh. And for those of you that are gonna be consistent this year, like I said, I'm always putting up the offer. If you want to be a moderator or contribute some way, in some form, in either the Discord or my live streams, please reach out to me on Instagram at Smart Money Ace, and then we can definitely network, as that would be extremely helpful to me. I could have sworn we had another analysis. Oh, was it on GU? Well, the move already happened, but this is a good example of when we talk about market gaps in the 50% level, or close to that LPI. Like, this would have been a great entry. Let's say if you enter in on that HPI, for the one person that asked, why not enter in on the HPI? Because let's say if you enter in right here and your stop loss was around this area, guarantee you would have been freaking out. If it was 1 pip away from getting stopped out, you would have closed your trade. Let's be honest. If you saw price melt down and it was like 2 pips away from your stop loss, you would have closed. Let's be real, okay? And this would have been a lot more riskier than just waiting either at that 50%, 5 pip drawdown, or that LPI. So that's a good example on GU, which is why you don't really want to hop on the HPI train. Like, yes, if you did hop in, like this bullish candle right here would have gave you about what? Let's see. This would have gave you 13 pips. Let's be honest, guys. Who really wants 13 pips where you can take advantage of the whole move, which was 60? And that's just me personally, okay? I'm not a scalper, never was a scalper. I don't believe in scalping. I think it's gambling, to be honest with you guys, unless you have a big account. That's just me personally, because you're just hopping in aggressively. You're not really going off of confirmations. Like, it's just very fast. You're just in and out. I don't really believe in that. If you're trading sessions, you know, if you're intraday trading, like you're in for the trade for two plus hours, then yes, you're playing the game correctly. Scalping gives me HFX flashbacks. The whole money in minutes. What was it? I forgot the whole meaning, but a lot of people were hopping on that 1 minute time frame wagon, which is ridiculous, bro. You're hopping in and hopping out for 1 minute. That's not even trading. Okay. We're gonna give it a couple minutes, actually. Yeah. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Okay, let's get it. So, this next part, guys, again, make sure you either save this part, your screen recording. I don't know what you have to do because I'm not going to post this on Instagram or YouTube. This is something I provide in my course for the people that paid for services, etc. But since I am in a good mood, I am so far 100% this week. Wednesday was my birthday. I'm going to share this for free. If you guys don't understand it, then you can reach out to me on Instagram. But I'm going to explain it once. Yeah, for sure. The problem is I trade with limit orders, and from my experience, when I use LPI, I miss a lot of entries. So I have so I also try the 50% entry. But let me ask you something. When you miss those entries, do you see them happen all the time, or is it a one-time hit and miss? You never see those type of setups. Because I promise you, if you're patient enough to wait for the LPI move, you're gonna have more successful trades than trying to hop in at the HPI level where you're at risk. 50% level is perfectly fine as well, but don't get FOMO. Don't get FOMO, because what's going to happen is if you keep getting FOMO, you keep getting worried that it's never going to hit that LPI level, then you're going to try to be aggressive in the market. And just like in this example, if you hop in too early, you would have gotten stopped out from these candles right here. You would have been mad at yourself, and then you're never going to place a trade for the rest of your life. I need trading signals. How can I access them to profit? I'm gonna be completely honest with you, and I'm sorry for those of you that are waiting for me to talk about the website in a second, but I'm just answering all the questions before we get to that point. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. You do not need signals. You don't, bro. You don't. Yes, I do provide signals. It's a service. You can pay for them, but I'm going to be real honest with you, bro. You do not need signals. A lot of people are going to try to tell you do so that they can get commissions off of you, so that they can get paid. But if you want to take this serious, bro, especially if you're 3 months in, don't take signals. What I would do, I would literally delete social media. If you have social media, if you're looking up to people, even me, if you're looking at my posts and everything, I would literally go off the grid for 3 months, focus in a demo account. You know, trade on your own, see what you can do by yourself before you consider taking signals from someone else. Because what happens, if you rely on someone 24/7, you're never going to have confidence in the market. The whole objective is for you guys to get information at a faster pace so that you can do this on your own, right? I want you guys to be able to hop on the chart, not having to, open up Instagram, hop on anyone's lives, including mine. I don't want you guys eventually I want you guys to eventually be confident enough to trade your own, basically. That's what I'm saying. I don't want you to have to rely on someone else's perspective of the market. That's the whole objective in trading, is to have independence and peace. Yeah, of course I offer this service because at the end of the day, people are lazy. There's going to be lazy people that are not going to put in the work necessary to trade full time. But Signals is a great way if you want to turn this into a business to make money. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. If you guys want to turn this into a business, Signals is a common feature or a common service that a lot of mentors use. So yes, it is a great way to make money because a lot of people at the end of the day are lazy and they don't have time to hop on the chart and analyze any concepts. They just take whatever they see. NFP will go negative. I'm holding a buy at 94. I'm about to get to it. I'm about to get to that. All that. Okay. I'm about to get to all that. I'm just answering all the questions. But before we talk about it, do you guys have any more questions? Because I'm gonna focus on what I have to get through in the next 10 minutes, and then get back to questions after. But I'll give it another 2 minutes in case you guys have any more comments. I don't want to be interrupted when I go through this website. Okay, let's get it. So, I want you guys all to save this website right now. Save this website, investing.com. All right, when you guys have it up on your screen, let me know. Just open up another tab or just have it saved on your bookmarks. But you want to have this website saved. I want you to save FX Street and, of course, Forex Factory, and then investing.com, especially investing.com. Okay. So now that you have that saved, if you go to the home page and you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see where it says technical analysis right here. It's under top cryptocurrencies. You'll see Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, USD Coin. It says technical analysis. If you guys can't find it, let me know, but I'm going to continue. So you have popular, you have currencies, you have indices, commodities, stocks, and bonds. Okay, so popular, you have S&P 500. Dow Jones, which is USD 30. You have the DAX, the Euro, USD, GU, gold, oil, and the dollar index. Okay. You have the currencies. You have Euro, GU, EC, AU, UJ, UC, EJ, Bitcoin. You have indices, S&P, US 30, NAS, DAX, etc. Commodities, gold, silver, copper, oil, gas, cotton, etc. And then stocks, Apple, you have Meta, you have A&T, Tesla, Amazon, and then bonds, you have all this stuff. The only one I want you to focus on is commodities. I only want you guys to focus on commodities, okay? Only focus on commodities. So you have gold, silver, copper, oil, gas, and the rest of these. When you're in the commodities tab, I only want you to focus on gold, okay? Gold is also known as XAU USD. If you guys didn't know, if you're a beginner, that's what gold is in the market, okay? This is gold right here. XAU USD stands for gold, okay? If you guys did not know, I know a lot of people know that already, but in case you're a beginner, because I know someone said they're 3 months in, that's what gold stands for. Okay, moving on. So here where it says summary, next to it says neutral, which is perfectly fine. You have your moving averages. It says buy 5, sell 7, okay, et cetera, et cetera. Down here where it says time frame, make sure it's on the hourly time frame, okay? Now, what I'm going to do to make this fair for the people that purchased this information on my website, I'm going to explain this to a 12-year-old, or I'm going to explain this concept as if I was explaining it to a 12-year-old, okay? I'm not going to get into detail because I don't want to confuse you guys. So I'm going to summarize it. when you guys are trading NFP or high impact news, go to this website, go to commodities, go to gold, especially if you're trading gold. But let's say if you're trading Euro USD, then go to the correlated pair where it says moving averages and you see the parentheses. If there is a 5-point gap between the buy and sell pressure, then it's going to give you the perspective of what's going to happen in the future. So let's say this was buy 2 and this was sell 7. 9 times out of 10, gold is going to sell. Vice versa. If this was buy 7 and this was sell 2, 9 times out of 10, gold is going to buy. And you guys might be asking, how do I know if this is accurate? Because I've tested this for 3 years. If you guys want proof, I have a playlist on YouTube. I haven't made it public. I haven't told people like on YouTube that I've been using this. But with this knowledge, I want you guys to go to that playlist, watch those videos. And I've been using this website to catch all of those spikes, okay? So you guys can test this on your own as well. But when this is a 5-point gap, 9 times out of 10 is going to respect that that perspective, I guess. All right. So you have gold, you have Euro USD. Unfortunately, you can't use this for every pair. Like the only pairs that are the most convenient for a lot of people I know will be Euro USD and gold. So Euro and gold are the main pairs that you can use for this concept. But I want you guys to test this out. Don't just listen to me word by word. Actually try this morning as well. So before 8:30, open up this website. Go to commodities, look at the moving averages, go to the side. Don't look at this. Don't look at the indicators. I want you to focus on these right here, not this. All right. Now, I want to say something else as well. To make this 10 times better, let's say if this said sell and then the summary says sell, especially strong sell, it's going to sell. It is going to sell. Now, what also makes this better, let's say you have a technical analysis indicating a sell as well. If you combine this, you're good. You're good to go. And that's like what? 200 pips, 100, 200 pip moves on NFP. So if you guys want to use this concept, I'm encouraging you guys to try this out this morning. Really encourage you guys to try this out. If you want to pop up demo and just test the waters, that's perfectly fine. And if you want proof, I have a playlist on YouTube, but I'm not going to be able to be live since I have class. So what I'll do, I'll send out analysis with this website in combination with my technical analysis so you guys can see it this morning. But again, investing.com, scroll down, commodities, come to the side. Remember, 5-point difference, not a 2-point difference. If it's neutral, no, we don't want to see any of this. We want to see buy 0. We want to see like sell 12. Okay, so the next hour or so, or the last 15 minutes before that NFP announcements, come to this website, refresh the page, and see what's going on. Okay. Again, I'm not going to post it on Instagram. I'm probably not going to post it on YouTube. I might even cut this out from the live. When I go back and end this video, I might cut this out. So make sure you guys use that to your advantage. For the people that are in here right now, make sure you saved everything that I was just talking about, because I promise you I might delete it this weekend. Promise you. All right. So we're done with that. Let's see if we have any news on FX Street. And then, of course, FX Street is just a great website in general, but that's all I have for that, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram, but I'm not going to talk about that anymore this live. If you got it, you got it. If you didn't, I'm sorry. I'm moving on. It's like AV not opened the right place. Not sure what you're talking about. You're buying at 940. So let's go back to your message. NFP will go negative. I'm holding at I'm holding buy at 1940. Shall I hold or go for hedging? Please suggest me. Okay, so you're trading ranges. I can already tell you're trading ranges because if we did divide this, let's say we can separate these into ranges. Gold is clearly in a range right now. And then let's say this is our second range right here. That's perfectly fine. That's a safe entry as well because you're waiting for confirmation for price to have a continuation, right? So this being our first range because price is clearly in a phase of consolidation right now. It is recovering from this push. So let's say if it did have a break of structure, meaning this is some sort of resistance because we have previous price action suggesting that price formed structure right here, right here, right here, and of course right here. If price does have a breakout, then yes, you would catch that move all the way up, filling this right here. So that's a great position in my opinion. Not sure how to pronounce your name, but if you're buying at 940, that is pretty safe. That is very safe actually. So we push this up just a little bit, like around this area. Me personally, I would kind of go lower. Like 940 is a good area, but I would go lower because I'm dividing this into ranges, and this looks a lot better than placing it right here, in my opinion. But notice how I said my opinion, okay? You don't have to listen to me word by word. If you have your own analysis, that's awesome. If you want to share it with me, that's even better. But me personally, in my opinion, I would buy at around 1934 after seeing price make its way up there for a bullish breakout. So like if we have a strong push to the upside and I want price to grab all this that's remaining right here, I'd place a buy stop. And again, I'll send updates at around 8:15 when I'm in class. But that's what I would do for gold if you're buying to that area. But overall, I do not think gold is going to sell, guys. We have this as well. Gold price is recovering, guys. It's recovering, it's recovering, it's recovering. But you guys want to be careful because, of course, it is NFP. Anything could happen. Shout out to everyone that's watching the stream. If you guys are new, be sure to like. If anything I'm talking about, if it makes sense, if it's helpful, a like would be greatly appreciated as I do my best to break down concepts and strategies that are less convenient to the average trader. I hope you guys are having a good week as well. If you guys have any questions, let me know. So this would be range 1, right? Yeah. So now it's just a patient game, the most boring part of everything, right? You know, I feel like I'm not at that point now, especially just starting these like live streams for real, to have conversation going 24/7. I honestly don't know how these YouTubers do it, man. Like they're talking every minute. That they always have something to say. 9 times out of 10, you know, if I'm analyzing something after I analyze it, I'm just chilling, guys. I have nothing to talk about for real, unless you guys are asking questions. I think it's because I'm just starting out. You know, I guess the more people, the more questions, the more things to talk about, but it does get quiet sometimes. What I'm thinking about doing sometime in February, I'm thinking about doing a giveaway, like a contest giveaway, something fun for YouTube. Like you guys know how they have that wheel, like the online wheel where you have like the people, like the what's it called, like the Instagram tags on each panel, and I'll come up with something. But I want to do like a fun giveaway, you know. I think that would be cool. Just because. Also, we have another playlist coming on YouTube soon. It's gonna be I'm coming back to the flip challenges. I know that was highly requested. So we have the 100 to 1K, and then we have the 500 to 10K, and then we have the FTMO Part 2 or FTMO Attempt 2. Because I told you guys I was gonna take that sometime in quarter 1 or quarter 4. I'm skipping quarter 2 and quarter 3 because those are generally the worst times to trade. So quarter 1 being sometime January, February, March, April, beginning of May. Quarter 4 being September, October, November, December. So that's going to be going up sometime as well this month. A lot's happening on YouTube. But the most consistent that I'm going to be working on is the live streams, of course, Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Dang, time is flying by fast. We only have 30 minutes left. So you guys have any questions, please take advantage and ask them now because the next time I'll be live is next Monday. So if you guys want to back test this weekend, especially on Saturday, if you guys have any questions, if you want any help, this is the best time to ask as I am going to be busy this weekend. I'm going to be posting a lot on YouTube. And of course, I'm just going to be busy in general. My schedule is pretty hectic. So if you guys have any questions, and you guys are having a hard time reaching out to me on Instagram, this is the best time to reach out now. Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, as much as I post, I'm not an Instagram person. Like I'm not always on Instagram. I'm not always checking my phone. So a lot of people, they reach out to me and then I'll respond in the next 2 days. I use Instagram for business. I post videos and I don't look at my comments. I just post and get the day going for real. I think that's a really bad trait that I have because if I'm going to use Instagram, I need to start, looking at everything. Also YouTube as well. Every time I post a video, I never look at my comments. I just post and keep going. I post a video and then it's on to the next video. I need to start paying attention. Also, I have some exciting news. I'm not sure if there's any OGs on this live right now, but if you were a fan of those exposing videos that I did on Undercover Ace, they are returning this month, man. I talked to some people. I talked to a buddy that's been working with me. We're making a documentary. It's dropping this month. It's in progression right now. So those videos are coming back, man, and I'm excited for that. Because they're going to be a lot more professional. It's not going to be immature. It's not going to be just me exposing people. It's going to be like documentary style, breakdown, what's been going on, where are they now, what happened. Because I haven't uploaded on that channel in 8 months. So I am going to be returning to those type of videos, that type of content, entertaining content. Because I know you guys are bored. Let's be honest, you guys are on these charts bored. You guys are watching my live, probably bored as hell right now. You guys need some entertainment, and I got you. So not only are you guys going to be locked in with trading, you guys are going to be locked in with entertainment. Those videos are going to be making a return in February. So I'm excited for that. Don't worry, you don't have to lie to me. I know these lives are boring. All right, so we have about 30 more minutes. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm about to send this in Discord real quick. Give me a second, guys. Make sure everything is updated. me send this out. Paste. Let's go ahead and send this to Telegram as well. Also, I've had some questions. We just hit a joint sometimes when just chilling. I'm weak, bro. No, I'd be like that, bro. Honestly, what I do, like when I'm just chilling like this, I'm just listening to music in the background, which is why I got my headphones in. I'm really just chilling, guys, because I have nothing to talk about for real, for real. Unless you guys have questions, like, you know, you guys don't have to just ask questions about trading. If you guys just want to talk about life in general, just ask some questions, man. I love talking. What should be our target NFP? Anything over 100 pips. Go big or go home, especially on gold. If you're new, Larry, then you probably don't know this, but on gold, I try to catch anywhere from 50 to 200 pips on gold. So like, if you scalp, if you usually catch 20 to 30 pips on gold or any type of pair daily, one of my setups, promise you, is going to set you up for the week. Like the trade that we caught on the trade that we caught on Monday, if you catch around 15 to 20 pips, you'd be good for the week, man. Gold, I catch big moves. I usually swing if I can, but we catch big moves on gold. Okay, we don't catch 10, 5 pips like other people do. I know other people, they have different systems because they have a bigger account size, so scalping is a lot more ethical. But if you're starting out slow, man, try to swing and try to stick to a trade so that you can build better psychology, okay? So that you actually can hold a trade. A lot of people don't hold their trades. So that's what I would target, Larry. At the end of the day, it's really up to you. I'm going to give you guys my perspective of the market, my opinions, my concepts, but you have to develop your own independency. At the end of the day, the whole objective is for you to hop on TradingView literally at this time without Instagram, without YouTube, and trade on your own. Okay, so you guys don't have to listen to me. I'm not going to try to tell you guys to listen to everything that I'm talking about. But this is just what I know from my experience from trading for around 3 to 4 years. Do I use buy stops? Yes, buy stops are very helpful. So that's what I use. I use orders. If I do trade manually, then I'll let you guys know. But the trades that we caught on Monday and Tuesday were both buy stops. And the reason why I like buy stops and sell stops and those type of orders is because when you place them, you're not on your chart 24/7. You can place alerts, go about your day, and then if it passes that entry, it's going to alert your phone and you're good to go. Also, you can have like a certain area you want to lead price, you know? It's a lot more convenient. So like, let's say if I wanted to place a buy stop above this range right here, which I'm probably going to do. I'll let you guys know right now. I'll let you go. I'll send this in Discord, but I'm probably going to place a buy stop above this range. Are you in the trade? I'm not in the trade. There's buy side liquidity. Buy side liquidity meaning over here in range 2. If that's what you're asking, yes. So when I get off this live, I'll send it in the Discord, but I'm probably going to place a buy stop right here, or I'm just going to type it in before I end the live. Okay, I'll let you guys know I'm in a trade. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. So whenever I hop in a trade, guys, I'll let you know. I'm not just going to talk about concepts all day. When I'm in a trade, I'll let you guys know. You're probably new to the lives, which is perfectly fine. But every time I hop in a trade, I let you guys know. I say I'm buying right here and placing the order. I'm never just going to place something and then not say anything. No, I'm not in a trade. This right here was showing the concept when I was talking about HPI and LPI. I was leaving it up, so it made sense. I'm not in a trade right now, guys. I'm not in a trade. I'll let you guys know. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat anything because I know a lot of people, you know, when the move was happening, they're like, oh, well, we caught it. Oh, I was in the trade, but I didn't say anything, you know. I will let you guys know I'm in a trade. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Yeah, there's many names for it. Fair value gap. Me personally, I like to simplify it and just say there's traffic that needs to be filled, okay? But that's another term, fair value gap. Nicholas, I am new here. What's up, my man? What's up? Hope you're having a good morning. Hope you're having a good week. Glad to have you here, man. Make sure you're in the Discord. If you joined and you're not a member, let me know and I will do that right now. Also, because I know a lot of people asked about my website for Ace on my page. It is down right now because I'm not trying to sell or promote anything at the moment. But what I'm gonna do, February 14th, I'm gonna make it open and public for like a day or a week. I'm not sure yet. If you guys want to check it out, you can, but I'll probably reopen the website February 14th. But at the moment, everything is closed because I'm not focused on selling stuff. Right now, I'm focused on these live streams. But I will reopen the website February 14th. Are you new to trading, fam? Are you asking me? Jump Kid, are you asking me? Are you always on live stream every day? I live stream Monday through Thursday. If I'm not live, I send updates in the Discord. I wasn't live Wednesday because it was my birthday. I wasn't live Thursday because I took the day off. I was going to live stream Wednesday, but a friend of mine was like, bruh, you shouldn't be working on your birthday. So I took his advice and I had a good day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But if you were asking me, Jump Kid, if I'm new to trading, no, I've been trading for about 4 years now. I started in 2019. I'm on the 2-hour time frame. Hey, that's awesome. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Videos will be dropping sometime this weekend, guys. And like I said, I'm not going to be live for the move, but I will send updates in the Discord, okay? In the correlated servers. So I know there's a gold server. So if you're not a member, you're not going to be able to see that. So make sure you're a member. Just let me know if you can't see it, and I'll make you a member. I'm checking the Discord right now. All right, so everyone that's joining right now, I'm making you a member so I don't forget. So we got Untold Stories. You're now a member. We got Charlie and 14. Welcome to the Discord. Welcome to the whole the chat. Glad to have you here, man. I'm gonna make you a member right now. We got I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Can you? I'm gonna make you a member as well. Glad to have you here, man. DeMarco, I see you, my boy. Glad to have you here. Good morning, good morning. I'm gonna make you a member right now. All right, so we got Ivan. Welcome to the chat, man. Glad to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Make you a member right now. Make sure you guys give your introduction too. Just tell me, how long you've been trading, what's something you're trying to focus on. A quick introduction would be awesome. I'll make you guys members right now. All right, we got Ivan. What's up? What's up? Glad to have you here, man. I'll make you a member right now. We got Digit World. Welcome, man. Good to have you here. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna make you a member right now. We got Nicholas Fullerton. I think I pronounced that right. What's up? What's up? Glad to have you here, my boy. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. I think I made all of you guys members. If you guys can't see the chat, go to trade ideas, go to gold, and you can't see my recent analysis, please let me know, and I will make an update. I will probably send the buy order at 8:30. Okay. Let me know if you can't see anything. What's up, Vader? What's up? What's up? Thanks for joining. Glad to have you here. I'll make you a member right now. I'm gonna do this for the next 5 minutes and then I'm closing membership. Otherwise, you have to reach out to me on Instagram. So we have 4 more minutes. If you're not a member, now's the time to join, and I'll make you a member right away. DeMarco from Chicago, been trading for 2 years part-time, trying to advance to the next level. Awesome, man. 2 years is awesome. It's all about consistency, man. Keep it up. You know, lock in with me and I'll make sure you're right, okay? I'll make sure we get that advanced knowledge down to the core so that you can trade independently and catch those pips, man. I'm Digit World. I've been trading live stream on YouTube. Just join as to get the ball rolling. That's awesome, man. It's all about consistency. The fact that you're waking up to hop on the chart, a lot of people can't do, so you're making progression. And on gold, thanks, no problem. What up, Naomi? What up? What up? What do you think after news? So usually after news, especially in the P, what price will do, it's going to have a spike somewhere from the upside at around that first range or after that range. So into range 2, after I have these orders placed. I'll let you guys know as well in the Discord. But if we do have a spike to the upside, and if it does retrace and or if it does get to range 2, 9 times out of 10, after it has an impulsive spike, it's going to slow down and consolidate. So when it comes to NFP, we're really trying to find that spike, that impulsive trigger. We're not really trying to trade for the whole day. We're just trying to, find that what they call a what do they call it? A sniper entry. That's what they call it. Trading gold for 3 years now. It's awesome. I'm trying to join, but it's not accepting. So what you got to do? Are you clicking the link in the description? You have to click that link, and then you got to read the rules, and then just let me know what your username is. I can just make you the member manually. If you can't join, just let me know. I can make you a member manually. I'm gonna do that for the next 2 minutes, and everyone else, you're gonna have to wait till next week. All right, what's my plan? So basically, I explained it earlier, but what I think I'm gonna do is just place a buy stop order in case price decides to continue pushing up throughout the day. We have confirmation that gold is in a recovering phase. Gold price is recovering ground toward the 1920 level as bulls jump back. So we look at the chart, gold is most definitely below 1920 at the moment. So it is retracting off of that HPI right now. So if you guys are aggressive, a lot of people are hopping in for scalps, which is awesome. You're catching 10 to 20 pips. But what we're gonna do, for those of you that are new, if you're gonna be locking in with me, you will know that I'm going to play the patient game. Whenever we have moves like this, I'm trying to catch the biggest setups on gold. So we're either gonna wait until price retraces to the LBI to catch a nice buy to the upside, or we're simply gonna place a buy stop order for price to have a continuation, breaking structure in range 1, okay? So that's the move, that's my analysis, that's my plan for this, for NFP. What's your account size? XXXX. Well, I have multiple accounts. So that's pretty vague. I have a playlist coming out on YouTube for one of them. If you guys want to see my trading journal, here it is. This is for a playlist that I'm dropping sometime this month. So this is the 100 to 1K. I'm gonna be doing this through quarter 1 to quarter 4. So far so good, honestly. I'm already up 50%. I started this on January the 3rd. I'm already up 50% in this account. If you guys need help with a trading journal as well, let me know. I might drop a video on that as well. But I definitely suggest you have a trading journal for any type of account that you run for trading, because when you have a trading journal, when you trade your or you journal your trades, it's good for review. So all these trades that I have them linked. So if I wanted to review them, I can simply click on the link. So like, let's see if it's gonna let me. Yeah, so I can easily click on the link and review the trades that I executed for every setup. And trading journals are just good for review in general, you know. So we have entry type, order type, lot size, etc. But that is what I just said though is really important. You guys want to be able to diversify your accounts as well. Like trading one account is fine, but like in general, when it comes to like diversification, you want to have multiple accounts to trade off of, maybe like 2 or 3, because if you just rely on one account and then like sometimes you get greedy and let's say you blow that account, then like that's all your money, you know? It's just not smart in my opinion. Starting out, it's okay though. You know, if you have one account, you're trading one account, like let's say if it's $100, you want to like practice in a small account size, that's fine. But don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just not smart. Especially if you've been trading for 2 or plus years and you only have one account, that's a problem. In my opinion, you should have multiple accounts by now. So you guys will see on the screen, I have my 2 suggested brokers. If you guys are thinking about signing up, it's Henko and Forex.com. And no, I'm gonna say this now. I'm not affiliate. I can't even say that word. Affiliated. I can't even say that word correctly. Wow. But I'm not signed up with any broker where you guys sign up and I get some sort of commission off of it. I know a lot of people do that. I do not do that. Those are my recommended brokers that I am not working with in some sort or fashion. But if you guys want to sign up with them, they're there. Okay. I don't have a link or anything. You guys have to sign up on your own. I don't have any type of partnership with these brokers. But dang, I can't even say that word. That's crazy. Affiliated. That's what I was trying to say, guys. Officially attached or connected to an organization. I'm not officially attached or connected to any type of broker, okay? I know a lot of YouTubers out there will try to get you to sign up on their links so that they can get commissions. I don't do any of that sketchy stuff, bro. That's sketchy as hell. So in the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna send my coordinates out on TradingView so you guys have it. And then of course I'll send it out in Discord if you guys are dipping in and dipping out. Where am I from? I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina, but I stay in VA Hampton at the moment. I'm trying to get to Texas though. I'm not gonna lie. Texas has a lot of opportunity for people that do stuff like this. But yeah, where you guys from? Let me know where you guys are from. We have a lot of people in here. Oh, Gift M just joined the Discord. Been trading for about 7 months. Hope to learn more. That's awesome. Welcome to the chat. Glad to have you here. We're going to run it up all year. I'm going to go ahead and make you a member right now. Yeah, where you guys from? Kenya. Oh, wow. Jamaica. Okay. That's awesome. Oh wow, we got people from New Zealand. New Zealand. I can't even say that too. Moving to Sydney soon. That's awesome. Johannesburg. Is that German? India. Oh wow, we got people from India. That's awesome. That's South. Look at me being ignorant. That's South Africa. My bad. East London and South Africa. Okay, that's awesome. I really said Germany. That's funny. What do you say about scalping sell gold in the current price? Scalping a sell? I don't know. I'm on the perspective that gold is going to buy. I'm from Costa Rica. Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. So we have about 3 more minutes, and I'm going to start putting up the coordinates. Actually, what are some opportunities you can get in your country by having technical analysis skill? Well, for one, when we talk about these investors or these big boys that we're trading against, I mean, you can work for a prop firm, guys. You can work for a prop firm. You can do a lot with the skill. And then for one, if you want to like be independent, like the stuff that I'm doing and many mentors you guys see on YouTube, they're creating their own business. So they have, courses, they have their own brand, they have their own like company. Of course, YouTube is a business itself. So, with this skill set, you guys can make a lot of side hustles from it, honestly, and kind of have your own network. But on a more professional scale, you guys can work for a prop firm. Or I know some people, what they do is they actually create their own prop firm, right? So you guys can create your own prop firm. But if we're just talking about prop firms alone, that is a lot more advanced because you got to have a liquidity provider and you got to go through all these steps to get to that point. There is being a broker as well, but I think you got to have certain requirements for that. You can be a financial advisor. Me personally, that's something I'm working my way towards up. So I have that certificate so that when I do these type of services, I can't get sued for one. And number two, I'm going to have my certificate to do a lot more for other people. So you can be a financial advisor, accountant, and just in general, having this knowledge is good for that territory of business. What else? There's other things. There's like so many things that I can't think of right now, but those are like kind of the general opportunities when it comes to this industry. Also, it's not currency pairs. It's like the general financial markets. So cryptocurrency, stocks, you guys can get into all of that with having the skill set alone. Start your own hedge fund. Yep, that's another one. My name is Ryan from Barbados, the home of Rihanna. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Rihanna's my crush. Nice to meet you, man. Thanks for joining the live. Glad to have you here. By working for a prop firm, do you mean trading their funds for providing signals? No. A lot of people get that confused. So when you're working for a prop firm, right, that means you're literally creating your own rules and your own challenges for people to take so that you take those commissions. So you would take that 20%, and you would take that 80%. And let me tell you why that's smart. Because think about it, 90% of traders fail those challenges. So although you're taking 20% and the other trader is taking 80%, you're technically making more money because 90% of those traders are failing the challenges, so that when they pay for those challenges, you take all that money. So that's what I mean by taking work. That's what I mean when I say working for a prop firm, because you can either one, make your own, which requires more skill sets and more requirements, or two, literally work for a prop firm where they give you a certain I'm not sure what it's called, but they give you a certain tool, or they give you something to work with so that they get a cut when you're signing people up. And that is kind of sketchy, which is why I'm not really down to go down that necessarily path of prop firms. Like, there's two ways to do it, guys. You can either work for a prop firm where they get a cut when you sign people up, or literally create your own. So you guys notice how like a lot of traders are trying to start their own. So I know there was one that was pretty shady. I think someone covered it. It was called like Nations or something. I can't remember the name, but definitely do your research, because a lot of people out there are just trying to scam you. I know there's another prop firm where they weren't giving traders their payouts. I'm not sure what it was called. I got to look into it. But the only prop firm that I know is legit right now is FTMO and My Forex Funds. I think there was another one like Trader's Way, but a lot of people said they weren't getting their payouts. So be careful when you guys are looking into prop firms. Yeah. FX Santa, are you going to take the news trade? I am, but I'm not going to be live in 10 minutes because I have class. So what I'm going to do is send the analysis in Discord. But what I got to do right now, I was talking for too long. I got to show you guys this order so you guys have it as well. So what I'm going to do on gold, I'm going to place a buy stop right here. So if price decides to push up, I want to place a buy stop up to this nearest resistance in range 2. Resistance being this right here. Very simple. Scale it on the 30 minute. You clearly see why I have this marked up as resistance, or better yet, if you want to make this a zone, you can. On the 30 minute, it looks a lot more cleaner in my opinion. It's up to you. But I'm simply pushing price into this range up to that nearest surface level of resistance or supply. And what we can do, if you guys want to make it more convenient, you can have TP1 placed here. So what we're going to do is have this buy stop placed. We're going to make this around 100 and let's make it 140. Or let's make it to that. Yeah, we're actually going to do this. We're going to make it at that HPI right here. So we're going to make this a nice 100 and let's round it up. 120 pip trade. So let's go ahead and move this up. So this is going to be 120. Okay, so this is going to be 120. Stop loss. We're going to make this a nice 1 to 3 for leverage. If you guys want to close at TP1, TP2, then you can. And we're going to go ahead and make this 40 pips. So 1 to 3, 40 times 3 is 120. So this would be a 1 to 3. You're risking 40 pips for a total profit of 120. That is a 1 to 3 risk to reward, okay? And this is a buy stop order. So meaning we're going to place this order and wait for a price to trigger this entry. If it doesn't happen today, guess what, guys? We have next week, because this is still in correlation of price action. All right, NFP, you want to be careful, especially when it comes to manual orders. I do not suggest entering manually on NFP, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a spike. A spike meaning it's going to go in a certain direction and then wick out the next like 10 seconds. So these orders will be a lot safer, because if we're trading ranges, if it comes in a range 2, especially if it has a closure above this newly found support, it's going to respect this analysis 100%. That's what we saw on Monday, okay? So I'm going to have a buy stop up into range 2, nearing that resistance at 1947. What type of class do you have? Like I said, my Nicholas, I do not currently really have like mentorship or any services active. They are up. Like, you can get into mentorship and signals right now, but it's not my main focus. Like, you'll notice how I take these breaks every now and then, because I'm updating my Telegram and Discord for the people that are paying for those services. But right now, the best thing you can do is join these lives Monday through Thursday. That's the best thing you can do for mentorship. Because my mentorship right now is only Tuesday to Thursday. And what I do is I just send course videos, and then I do discussions on Saturday. But in terms of free resources, the best thing to do is to join my YouTube lives, as it is free at the moment. If you want to sign up for mentorship, you can. My link should be in the description, but I'm only doing that Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So Tuesday we have sessions that last an hour. Thursday we have sessions that last an hour, and then Friday I send like homework out so you guys can like have something to review, and then I send course videos if I miss a session. That's what my mentorship is at the moment. If you're interested. What was the reason of the sudden sell yesterday? So we go to news. If you come up and look at Thursday, we have news on USD pairs in GBP. This was, let's see. So if I'm correct, because I didn't trade yesterday. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I did not trade yesterday, but this was what? We go in the daily time for this was yesterday, right? Yeah, this was yesterday. So I want to say news. I'm not completely sure, but it did sell. So let's make this more precise. Okay, cool. Yes, you can still hold your buy. You can still, because that is in range too. That is in our second range. 1940 is in range too, so you can most definitely hold that. All right, so let me go ahead and write this out before I forget, because we have 3 more minutes, and then I got to end this. So if you guys can't see the screen, just let me know, and I'll type it out in Discord. But what I'm going to do is type this out and then send the screenshot in the Discord, okay? So this is a buy stop. If you guys don't know what a buy stop is, let me know, please. So this is a freaking a 1 to 3, right? Risk to reward. You're risking 40 for the reward of 120 pips. Okay, if that doesn't make sense, let me know. So entry / price. This is what it should be showing when you guys open up MetaTrader. It's going to be 1934.962. That's your entry / price level. I think I typed that wrong, my bad. 962, okay? Now we have our stop loss. Stop loss is the red, okay? Our stop loss is 1930.962. Parentheses, 40 pips. Okay, TP3. Again, you guys can close the trade at TP1, TP2. I'm just showing you guys the max profit, which is 120. In case you want to leave runners, it's 1946.962, and that is parentheses 100. Oh, I'm sorry. Parentheses 120 plus pips. Okay. And I'm gonna say use risk management. I gotta send this out to Telegram real quick. Gotta make sure they're good to go. Use risk management. Okay. Can you guys see this? If you can't, please let me know. I'll make that bigger. Okay. So real quick, I'm gonna enter in the market because a bad habit that I have is putting my people first and not putting myself first. So let me make sure I'm in the trade first before I continue, so I don't forget. So we have gold. We have a buy stop. And let me send this to Telegram as well as I'm entering. All right, so the analysis is up on Discord. If you guys can't see, let me know. Okay, let me enter in. And then let me go ahead and update this as well. All right, we're good to go. We're good to go. I'm gonna keep this live up for the next 5 minutes. If you guys have any questions, let me know. other than that, I'm going to wrap it up. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just making sure people in Telegram are good to go. As they are paying for that service, I got to make sure they're getting that service at 100%. Do not leverage. Okay. This is buy stop on gold. Let me send this out real quick. And let me also send this out to mentorship so people have that. All right, we should be good to go. So I'm going to hold this throughout the whole day. I'll send updates in class, guys, because I do have to go in a minute. But I appreciate everyone that joined the live. Really appreciate you guys. It's been a great week. It's been a good morning. Hopefully we catch this move live on news. If it doesn't happen, we're going to keep it up till next Monday. I will be live again at 6 o'clock first thing when the market opens up. But hope you guys enjoyed this live. I hope it was helpful. Hope you guys learned something. And I'll see you guys next week. Make sure you guys backtest. If you guys have any questions, reach out to me on Instagram. I will be posting videos on YouTube as well. And until then, I'll see you guys next week. I'm out.